Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. First and foremost, we want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who rule well at Great Millstone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akiums in the four corners of the earth to push in the gospel in sincerity, truth. Shalom. This is Brother Yahweh. You know, come to that lesson 35, the Baya Dawada, the 144,000 and the 1/3 men and children. Right? These Israelites also scatter among these heathens who look like these heathens. Right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian, you are God's chosen people. Right? This is it's a French police suicide on rise as months of yellow vest protests take toil. Right? And in this video, you can see these men were saying that the police is used as a political tool. And they get caught in the middle of a uproar of the people, and this is one of the signs also the Most High say when you see the uproars of the people in the world, know that the Most High visiting the world. You understand? And through this one of the signs also, he said diverse earthquakes. Right? Now we see that the most High say that when you see these signs, it shouldn't be visiting the world, and the world that the Most High visiting is these Edomites, right? Because this is their kingdom, and all the atrocity that's been done to the children of Israel, all the wicked cruel treatment, slavery, all the oppression, as done towards the children of Israel. You heathen nation, it's time for your judgment. It's time to pay, because all you heathen nation is in confederate with together. Y'all are confederate. Y'all come together to keep the children of Israel oppressed, to keep keeping them in a docile state. You understand? So this is judgment. As a matter of fact, let me just read this here quick. Right? Let me read this here quick. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, right? Verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And we measure the time through the scriptures, because everything that is written, right, gonna play out on earth. You understand? So we watch world events and we filter them through the scriptures, because it's already written, right? He said, and when thou seest part of the sign pass, which I have told thee before, right? Signs, different signs. We have different different lunar eclipse, right? You understand? He said, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest, which is the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, who the well know the God and Jesus, will visit the world. He said will begin to visit the world which he made, right? And the world he represent also the so-called white man kingdom. You understand? Right? And also this gonna be this mean worldwide. In every nation they're gonna be uproar the people. They're gonna be chaos. They're gonna be judgment passing. Right? He said therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, we see it in different parts of the world, diverse places, and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High speak of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For as all that is made in the world had a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So the end of the world is the end of the Edomites, the end of the so-called white man. What we see is a transition of power. So this is the end of the so-called white man kingdom. This is a falling of an empire. This is exactly what we see it. And also it's judgment on these heathen for laying their hand on the children of Israel. Right? So this is going to happen right here in Trinidad and Tobago. They're going to be uprooting people. They're going to fight against the police. They're going to rebel against the government. You understand? This is exactly what's going to happen there, because the people realize that the government, they lie to them so many times. You understand? And they promise them so many things and they not see nothing. And every 4 or 5 year election is the same thing, rotating. And they realize now, because the men, the Lord out there now bringing out the truth, they realize that the government, they are puppets, and they are ruled by the international banking family. You understand, the banking family, which go back to the Rothschilds, the Rockefeller, the DuPonts, the Goldman Sachs, right? So let me just run this video.
In France, the rate of police suicides there is on the rise. A third officer has now taken his life since the start of the month, and some are linking the spike to the Yellow Vest protests, which have been gripping the country for over 6 months.
The National Police are going through the worst crisis they have faced since the end of the Second World War. These demonstrations have been particularly violent, and the representation of inflicted on demonstrators has been especially severe. The police can't take it anymore. They're not playing politics. They want this to stop.
According to official figures, in the first half of 2019, 40 French police officers have committed suicide. That's more than all of the previous year and almost 40% higher than among the population at large. Police unions do say that the force is currently under an extreme amount of pressure. Among the key factors, they say, they do list stress, overwork and also a lack of regular rest. RT's video agency, Rupley, spoke to the wives of some French police officers.
Fear, anxiety, stress. I sometimes cry because of those acts of extreme violence, more and more. When I see him go out, I always wonder if he will return and in what state. That is what scares me. My husband suffered when people found out about his job. He was attacked about 2 years ago in front of his children. It is very difficult for me to deal with this, especially because the children were present. He slowly got better, but he still suffers from the consequences of the attack today. He has pains. He still needs medical treatment. Police forces are here to ensure safety in the country and not to be beaten up. I'm against violence from either side, but if the government does not react, they won't hold for long. It's time to wake up. It's not by engaging them again and again that things will get better. What we want is more support for our husbands, especially in the riot police. Those guys are always in the field. So, more support for them not to be systematically stigmatized when they're intervening somewhere, and not always to be considered guilty.
Meanwhile, police unions have staged protests calling on the government to improve working conditions. They also claim that the police are being used as a political tool.
The government's responses are insufficient because once again we see that working conditions are an important element which leads to suicide. We can't deal with these issues by signing an agreement or giving money. This is all the more true since the terrorist attacks. It's a build-up of stress. The Yellow Vest protests aren't the cause of the increase in suicides. It's built-up fatigue over 4 years. With these series of events, officers have had to postpone their days off, cancel their holidays. I've never seen in my career such a string of suicides among the police in such a short period of time. It's unprecedented. The government uses the National Police Force for political ends. They refuse to respond to the political demands of the Yellow Vests. They use the police simply as a tool with which to postpone a political deadline. Demonstration after demonstration, we see more and more an attempt to convert the government's conflict with the Yellow Vests into one between the police and gendarmerie and the Yellow Vests.
Yeah, so these is things that we're gonna see worldwide. You know, we're gonna see these things worldwide. So the woman said that, she husband was attacked, in front of her children. That's why the scripture said the love of many shall wax cold. Right? In Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. Iniquity shall abound, and the love of many shall wax cold. Right? So these things gonna happen worldwide, because the people want betterment. And they're not gonna get better because the wicked ruling. So it's not gonna get better. Right? It's not gonna get better. Right? This video is so they got men in Trinidad and Tobago. They can't wait for the war against the police and the people. You understand? They can't wait for that too. You understand? So me just read this precept here, because this is what happening. The wicked ruling. Right? Let me get this say quick. This is Proverbs. Right? You understand? This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. It said, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So the people are rejoicing in the world. There's uproar all over the place. Yemen, there's heavy famine in Yemen. Syria, the land of Israel, you understand? Libya, Haiti, Sudan, you name it, it's all over this place. Got uprising, uproar the people, protesting against government brutality, you understand? Oppressing the people, right? So the people are rejoicing. He said, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, and this will be seeing. Right? This will be seeing. So let me just run this quick video too. And they're gonna happen. They're gonna happen when this economy collapse. You understand? When they have anarchy, when the dollar-based system collapse, when there's no work, when there's no order, when there is no food, they're gonna happen. You understand? Right? The same thing happening in Hong Kong too. Let me run this here. Right?
Another day of protest, ending almost predictably in running street battles between protesters and police. This was the Chim Sa Choi district of Kowloon, where protesters had laid siege to the local police station. Police responded in force. Under a barrage of tear gas, most protesters fell back. Those not quick enough were arrested. Some of them shouting out their names and identity numbers to let others know what had happened to them. Normally busy with shoppers and tourists, some passers-by got caught up in the chaos. The day had started peacefully. Large protest marches against the government's controversial extradition bill, which has been suspended but is claimed by pro-democracy groups as evidence of further erosion of Hong Kong's freedoms within China. Life is getting tougher in Hong Kong. People are being ignored.
I want the Hong Kong government to really listen to what the people are thinking now.
This protest across Kowloon was technically illegal, but it didn't stop thousands from taking part. At the end, most dispersed, but others surrounded a police station.
And this is where many of the marchers have ended up, a police station where the officers are now simply barricaded inside, and the demonstrators are in a wall that's gradually making itself down towards here despite warnings from police to stay back.
The inevitable clash happened. The crowd being dispersed with rubber bullets and tear gas. Protesters have adopted a hit-and-run strategy, moving in smaller groups from one skirmish to the next to create create maximum disruption. Now into its third month, the strain on all sides is clearly showing. Increasing anger and violence from a minority of protesters, and from police, signs of stress at being on the front line week after week of what is a political crisis. The battle in Chimsa Choi ended in angry confrontations between police, independent monitors, journalists and local people, all locked in a seemingly endless summer of turmoil. Rob McBride, Al Jazeera, Hong Kong.
Yeah, so this political crisis is going to increase worldwide. And this, like I say, this is how we know the Most High visiting the world, which he made, right? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 40. He said, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. You understand? So we dwell on the earth. You understand? And woe to the world, right? Woe to the current rulers of this kingdom. You understand? Right? This is why you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indian, and you Israelites who look like these are the heathen nation who scatter among them. This is why y'all need to repent, because this is the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? Verse 15. For it said, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. Right? For the sword and destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another people with sword in their hand. And this is what we can see. This is what we're seeing right now. Isaiah 19 and 19, the Egyptian against the Egyptian. Every man shall fight against his brother. You understand? This will come in. This is the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? Verse 16. For they shall be seducing among men and invading one another, and shall be seducing among men rebellion. Right? Let me bring it up quick. Alright. Let me bring it up. The word sedition, right? It's an organized incitement of rebellion or civil disorder against authority or the state. And this we seeing, these people come out in large number to protest against the government. Like the little Chinese girl say that the government need to listen to what the people saying. You people never had a saying. There was a whole delusion with voting. The whole voting system is a delusion, because these prime ministers is already bought and paid for, and they'll be trained from a young age, and they'll be selected by the elites of this world. So your vote is just a delusion, thinking you voting. No, they never listen to you. You understand? It's usually by the speech or written in insurrection or rebellion, and this is what we're seeing. Right? This is what we're seeing. Right? It's 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 16. For they shall be seducing in rebellion among men and invading one another. This is why you see in Japan they approach the police station. Right? Because they have no respect and have no trust in the police. You understand? Because when the protesters were attacked by the white tops, the police walk away. Right? Just like in this island Trinidad and Tobago, a lot of people have no trust in the police, because the police, they defend the job is to protect the ones in the hierarchies. You understand? There's their job to protect whatever they say, whatever law they bring out. Their job is to make sure that the law enforced by any means necessary. You understand? The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua going to bring hell on you police too. He's going to judge y'all. Right? And Yahweh Hashem Yahushua don't play. Right? 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 16 said, for they shall be seducing among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor prince. Look what's going on in France. Is over 10 months now. They have no regard and respect for Emmanuel Macron. Neither in Hong Kong, neither in Haiti. We've seen all these protesting going on worldwide. In Somalia, Libya, we've seen all these things happening. You understand? They have no respect for the king, right? Nor the prime minister or the president, right? He said, and the course of their action shall stand in their power, And a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Why? Because the city gonna be trouble. They're gonna be war all over the place. You understand? They're gonna be race war, right? Verse 18. For because of their pride, because of the pride, you people are a lot of pride, especially 2/3 of our people. Their pride, their pride is in being homosexual. Their pride is murdering the brothers and sisters, especially the so-called black woman. She pride is committing abortion, being on Planned Parenthood, taking injections to get pregnant. She pride is to be, being a slut and a hoe. You understand? Right? These heathen, their pride is oppressing the children of Israel, keeping them in a docile state, destroying them, poisoning their food, their water. So you people gonna pay for all these things. That's why we tell you Israelites, that is scattered among these heathen, who look like these heathen nations, to repent. And also you so-called blacks, you Latinos and Native Americans, to repent. Turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? Verse 18 says, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Yeah, because the Most High is going to bring great evil in this place. Right? The Most High visiting this place. Right? Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, because the love of many shall wax cold. Right? We in that time. Right? But shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. Because the Most High going to bring a famine in this place too. You understand? So this is the time that we're heading into, and for great tribulation. That's why we tell you it's like to repent. Repent. You come across this video, repent, you Israelites, repent. The Most High about to destroy the Edomite kingdom and set us up in rulership. Right? So with that, Obus Testimonies Edifying, I want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders who rule at a great millstone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akyams and the folk on the earth to push in the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom, shalom.